One of the biggest mistakes I made in my career as a health specialist was something that I still think a lot of health specialists make a mistake in. Giving attention only to the concern that my client came to me with. So my client would say, I have a headache, or I have a stomach ache, or my kidneys, or my doctor says this is what I have, and then I would show them the natural alternative. And that was a mistake, because what I failed to realize back then, during the few years that I did that, or many years that I did that, was that the body is not independent in its organs. In other words, your body doesn't have a whole bunch of organs that work independently and that don't rely on each other and, hey, I'm good without you and I don't need you. And no, our bodies are full of organs that are interdependent. That means they affect each other. They work balancing each other. They work helping each other. So what happens when one organ is affected? It affects another. Or when one organ is in pain, it affects another. And when you understand that, then you understand why it's so important to address the body when it comes to health in a completely different way. But the culture we live in is not that one. It doesn't lend itself for us to think differently. So we kind of have to erase that whiteboard and start clean. Because today, our culture is such that if we go to the doctor and we say, my head hurts, he knows what to give us for the head pain. My stomach hurts, he gives us something for the stomach. I have a pain back here. Well, the doctor knows those are the kidneys, and he's got to give you something for that. And so sometimes he can't do enough as your main doctor, but he has to send you to a specialist. And so now he sends you to the head specialist, to the stomach specialist, to the heart specialist, to the kidney specialist, and now you're full of a lot of specialists that you see, as if your body were just different parts that didn't affect each other. But they do. And so when you understand that all our organs are interdependent, then you realize that it is a mistake to look at the one organ that concerns you and to think of it only. In fact, when we only focus on that, we trick ourselves. We convince ourselves that's the only organ that we're having an issue with. And if I fix that, I'm good to go. But we're not. Because that organ being affected means others have affected it and it is affecting others. See how that works? Interdependent. When you understand that, you understand why the 4-month program, Improve Your Health, is so urgently needed. Even if it's as a reset, even if it's as a tune-up that you do once a year, 4 months where you address your health by the 4 things that keep you sick. This program does a month for each of those 4 things. We're out of balance, we're toxic, we're full of pathogens, and we lack nutrition. I have a video that's called 4 Things That Keep You Sick. I encourage you to look it up so that you can understand why this program is so important. Because when we concentrate only on the issue we have, we are cheating ourselves of health. When my hair falls off by the bundles and all I can think of is, what do I need for my hair? When my nails are brittle and breaking and all I can think of is, and all I gravitate towards is something to strengthen my nails, when I have a urinary tract infection and all I do is take something, probiotics, what have you, to help me move this infection along, when I only focus on one thing, I cheat myself out of true health. So give attention to the 4 things that keep you sick. And you'll notice that as you do, not only will you be addressing the current issue that bothers you, but a great deal of other ones you may not even know are happening behind the scenes. And that's why the Improve Your Health program is so important and so necessary for all of us to do it. So I encourage you to take a look at that video. If the person that gave you this video wasn't me, ask them how you can do this 4-month program and begin your way back to health.